Hey guys, it's Julius, my first episode of System Showcase, and today we're going to talk about an automated contract automation, right? We all know it's tedious, it sucks having to upload your contracts to DocuSign, HelloSign, or whatever you're using for a third-party contract service. It sucks, right? It's tedious. Nobody likes doing that. We wish we had it right in our Go HighLevel accounts, and guess what? We do. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to build that automation out, add some value so you guys can go in and build your own automated contract generator right in your own Go HighLevel account without having to pay DocuSign, HelloSign, or any other e-signature software a monthly subscription outside if you already have Go HighLevel, right? So here we go. Alright guys, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to settings in your Go HighLevel account, and you're going to go to custom fields. This also works for any white labeled version of Go HighLevel as well, like REI reply, unapologetic results, REO close, and others. So you're going to go to custom fields, settings, custom fields, go to folders here and create a folder. You're going to add folder and you're going to create cash purchase agreement. Okay, now after that we are going to go into the cash purchase agreement folder and we are going to add our fields. Okay, where do we get our fields? We get our fields directly from our cash purchase agreement, guys. Okay, so we just need to see what information is on that agreement and go from there. So this is our cash purchase agreement, guys. This is the information we're looking for, and these are the fields that we will be creating to add to our agreement to look just like this and fill out all of our information and send out. Now for instance, I'm going to start with property address, earnest money, purchase price, okay, just so we get the gist of what's going on here. Okay guys, first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill out our fields that are on our contract, and we're going to add them to our folder. For instance, a date field, for the date, you'll go to add field, date picker. Now what that allows you to do is it will, when you go into the contact card and fill out you know, the purchase agreement in the folder, it'll allow you to choose a date. Okay, now the rest of these are going to be text fields, unless it's a phone number, okay, or unless it's a monetary number for money. Okay, now you'll use your monetary fields for anything that has to deal with money, and of course your checkbox fields for anything that has to do with checkboxes. Okay, so now we have our fields. Next thing we're going to do is build our pipelines, guys. Okay, so next thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your opportunities app and you are going to create a new pipeline. Go to pipelines, add new pipeline, create new pipeline, okay, and you're going to create an offer pipeline. Alright, it's going to be offer created, offer delivered, offer rejected, offer under contract, and offer pending with buyer. Now, offer pending with buyer is going to come in handy for a later video if you guys keep tuning in with me, because we're going to create automated follow-ups that if a lead says that they're already pending with another buyer, hey, we don't stop following up with those. We can mark it or tag it as such, and then it'll put it up on an automated follow-up to constantly follow up every week, like, hey, just following up, making sure everything's still going with the property. If not, hey, my offer's still on the table, right? So let's stay focused and on track. Okay, so we got the pipelines, we built the pipeline. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to build out our contract, guys. So we built our fields, built our pipelines out, built the pipelines out because it was relatively easy and just knock it out early, right? We got to do it before we build our workflow anyway. So we will build out, we'll go to payments, documents and contracts. You'll go to templates, you'll go to new. You guys will upload a PDF and you will upload a blank version of your cash purchase agreement. Okay, I have already done that. I'm not going to do it again, but I'll show you how it's done. If you have any questions, DM me. I always answer questions, man. So here I'm going to go to my cash purchase agreement. and show you what I did. Alright, so I added text fields. You drag these out, text fields, and what I did was I added the field of, you know, each custom field we made. So it would be, I'll show you, we'll go back to our fields here. We'll go back to cash purchase agreement, and then all these fields, all I did was add these codes in here, these brackets, into these boxes here. Copy and paste, right? Like property address, we'll go here, cash PA property address, I'll copy this, and then I'll add it here, right? Boom, and I'll double tap, and then add it here in the placeholder value as well. And then we'll assign, we will assign this field to be filled by you, the buyer, right? And that's why it's red. Okay, so all these fields are to be filled out by you if, you know, before it reaches the seller. And if it's not filled out in the contact card already before you sent it and hit the send trigger, then it'll give you the option to fill it out in the email upon you signing it, right? Alright, so as you see, I took the time to just go through here, add all the fields, assign them to who they need to be signed by. Initials, this is just an initial field. Leave it blank, don't assign it to anybody, and keep it green if you need it to be signed or, you know, filled in by a client or lead. And yeah, here these are just entered values. I didn't have any fields for this, but if you want to add fields, it'd be your company name, which would be custom field in account, and then you have account name, right? And then your titles and stuff like that. You can always just add in here, type it in, right? Title by, you know, it's managing partner, right? Or whatever, you know. You can have it as a placeholder if you want. But it's up to you, whatever you want to do, your preference. You can even add your own user fields in here. So you'll go to user, and that'd be user email, user phone, or company email, company phone to the, you know, the owner of the right, admin info. So, you know, whatever you guys want to do. So that's the contract, guys, and that's how you add the fields to the contract, okay? And get them to auto-populate as you fill it out in the contact field, or the contact card. Alright guys, next thing we're going to do is we're just going to create our workflow to automatically send it out after we have, you know, hit our trigger button, which is, you know, the send trigger, right? First, what we need to do is actually go create that send cash agreement trigger. So go back to your company fields, right? You will go to add field. You will go to drop down. You will type send cash agreement, of course, and then you got send, right, and then you got completed. Okay, we already have this, it already exists. I was just showing you guys how to do it. Mine is actually all the way down here. Okay, so I did create that trigger. That's the trigger that's going to set this whole automation off, okay? Now, so we're going to create 3 triggers here for our, now that's a trigger field, what we just created. Now, triggers for our campaign is a different story. These are what's going to start our campaigns off, right? And us programming what's going to set our campaign off. So, of course, one of our triggers is going to be our trigger field. So we go here to trigger. You'll go to your contact changed trigger, and you will click. You'll look for your send cash agreement, So let me show you. I'll just do it over. So we will do to contact change. Then we'll look for send. Send. Cash agreement has changed to send, right? You'll save that trigger. I'll cancel it. I already have it. And then you'll add this one, signed by buyer, which is signed by us. This will be your documents and contracts. So you'll choose documents and contracts here. You go to add filters. You'll go to template is cash purchase agreement, right? Or copy, or we'll do cash purchase agreement, whatever. Then we'll do status is signed, accepted by recipient type is business user, which is us. Okay, so we have that. Now, agreement completed will be our third trigger. This will be again in your documents and contracts trigger. And your filter will be template is, of course, our template that we're using. Status is completed, right? So when it's completed, then it'll filter this into the different branches that we've created here. We will come down, we will assign to user, create an assigned user action, and then an if else action here. Okay? Sent, signed, and completed all here on this with the workflow triggers. If your workflow triggers are not showing up for you to choose from, it's because after you have added them up here, you need to hit save and you need to refresh. Okay? Then it'll allow you to choose workflow trigger is, and you choose one of these triggers up here, which is sent, right? And that's how you create your branches. Okay, you're just linking them with, hey, if this trigger happens, then it's going to filter it back down into this branch in this workflow. Okay, so when the purchase agreement has been sent and we click send purchase agreement on our custom field trigger that we created, it is going to bring it down this branch, which then it's going to send the agreement, in which it is then we do update contact field. We will change that cash agreement from send to completed, so we know that it's been completed and sent out, right? That's why we add completed under send, right? So what I mean by that is here we're just going to add our test contact now. Alright, so we will actually drop this down, cash purchase agreement. So what I mean by that is it's going to switch this from send to completed. Alright, so that's what that does. Then we want to tag it, cash agreement sent, create or update opportunity. Okay, we want it to go into our offer pipeline that we just created and put it in the offer create stage, which is the beginning here, right? Offer created. Then we want a status update. Automated status, cash agreement sent. So what we want to do here is, you know, if you're like me, you like to see where everything's at when you first come into a lead in a contact card in your HighLevel. So what that's going to do is it's going to check this automated status already to, it's going to say cash agreement sent, right? So you know where we're at. And then also, I think we got some notes in here too. Yeah, we'll update a note. We want to know that purchase agreement has been sent, so we should get some notes popping over here too, alright, when we test this thing. And then an internal notification, cash purchase agreement offer has been sent to my email as the buyer, right? Whether it's from a representative, acquisitions manager, whatever, I need to sign it, you know, they send it to my email, I got a notification, please sign ASAP, gotcha. Then I go to my email, I sign it. Now when I sign it, that's another trigger. Alright, boom. So then that will bring it back down here into this branch again, and then it'll, based on what trigger it is, of course, it'll bring it down that branch, which now it's going to put it this time down the signed by us branch. Okay, then it's going to remove the tag cash agreement sent. Then it's going to add the tag cash agreement signed, which means yes, I signed it, right? Then it's going to move the opportunity to the offer delivered stage, because at that point, after I sign it, it gets sent to the seller, okay, to sign. So now it is officially delivered, right? It will add a note that I signed it, we sent it to the seller. Then it will text the seller, hey there, Kathy, we sent over a signed offer for your property at 12345 Sesame Street. Please take your time to look at the agreement and let me know if you have any more questions or concerns. Thank you. Boom, best, company name, or you can even do username, okay? So that's what happens. Now, when seller signs and the whole agreement is completed, that is another trigger that we created, okay? So now what's going to happen now is it's going to bring it down here in the middle to this completed trigger. I know these should be switched around, but I added the sign by us branch into this workflow after I've already created it. First it was supposed to be sent and then completed, and I was like, what if we added more automations after it was signed by us, you know, and to let the seller know, hey, it was on them. So I feel like contracts should be signed by us first, and they should be completed before they even get to the seller. So that's why I added, right? Anyway, another status update, cash agreement completed, removes the tag, removes sent, it adds a tag completed, it moves updates the contact in the pipeline to offer under contract pipeline, right? Right here, stage, okay? Adds a note, hey, purchase agreement signed by buyer, it's been sent to seller, hold on, let's do this. Purchase agreement signed by seller. Congratulations, we are under contract. Next step is to open escrow. Next step is to open escrow. My camera. There we go. All right, so we got that. Now we send an internal notification to whoever. It could be all users, it could be an assigned user, it could be a specific particular user, it could be a custom number. Whoever you want to know we're under contract, it'll let them know we're under contract, and we can even send details. So at this point, we can even create an automation to send all the contract details to our TC to open escrow, right? So we're just thinking of ideas here. This is contract automation. Episode 1.0, I got a lot of nice gems coming out for more automations and more volumes and models of how we get deeper into this automation, and you know. So, system showcase. Tune in, guys. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming. So, SMS, it sends them an SMS. Hey there. Well, no, this is completed. Okay, no, so no, they don't need the SMS here. Hey there, thank you for signing. We're officially under agreement. Agreement to purchase then we'll go here to tags, guys. Contact, full address, purchase, blah, blah, blah. Closing is set for, and then you'll add closing date here, right? Cash, PA. So we're going to look for closing, close of escrow. All right. Alright, save that action, right? We got that. And that's pretty much all it is to it. So then that's a whole automation right there, guys. And this is how you build it out, right? You know, you send the contract, you'll create an action here, for send documents and contracts. Then you'll choose your template, what's going to be sent out. Then you will update field data of, if you're like me, I already have, you'll update the field data of send cash agreement to completed, which is that field, custom field trigger that you created. Then you'll add a tag. Then you'll create an update opportunity. Will allow you to choose the pipelines and stuff that you're going to put it into, right? And where you, when it's going to move and where it's going to move, right? Status update, that's a custom field I already have in my Go HighLevel account, to where I call automated status. So when I go in, I know where things are at when it comes to agreements and contracts. You can create that as well in your contact folder in your custom fields. Bring it to the top so you know where everything's at. And then, add these options. Okay? These, or any option that you're using for your HighLevel account, right? But I would at least add the contract options. Send, joint venture agreement, cash agreement, creative agreement, whatever, right? All to fit this campaign with different agreements, okay? So, all right. So those are the actions that I use. Internal notification is that's the action that we click on to use to notify ourselves or anybody internally in our business, whether it's SMS through email or internal notification through the Go HighLevel, of what's going on, or it's giving them a message, right? Us a message. SMS is when we give the client or lead a message or a text message, right? Email is when we email them, okay? So notes, a note field, that's where we add our notes at, guys. I would take a picture of this whole snapshot right here, this whole workflow snapshot, and then that's how you build it out. Feel free to come back to this video and watch it over and over again to learn pretty much, how we've built this thing out. But if all of this confuses you, really all you need for the base is the fact that send, document, and contract, and add notes, internal notification, create your update opportunity, and add it to your pipelines. And this is pretty much what you're doing, guys. All these actions are what you're doing after a certain trigger happens, what you guys want done, right? So it's easy to get real creative when it comes to your own business flows and business systems, guys. And if you have more questions, guys, on how to build this out, feel free to DM me, and we'll get real specific with how you want your system to work, right? Whether you want follow-ups, if they viewed it and they didn't sign it, and you got follow-ups coming like, hey, automated once a week follow-ups, even if they didn't view it. Just a lot of stuff I could teach you guys how to do here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Again, this is a system showcase. Here teaching you guys and showing you guys how I'm building my systems out using Go HighLevel and other automated tools.